IBM's earnings preview. IBM Big Blue is going to report its earnings. Last time we were up here at the highs, they reported we gapped down and we made these lows over here in calendar 2012. This is going to be that major support line where we had the top reversals over here to these bottoms back in 2011. The lows in 2012, once again, were right around this 178 and we made all-time highs. We gapped up, we never looked back, and we pulled back right here. We tested this area. This is going to be that lower trend line right here. They're going to have a lot to say about the earnings. One of the things that we do know is that we are buyers on weakness, and that buying the weakness always works on IBM. Once it gets its bottom price put in, it's a great trade and a great place to be, and it's a leadership stock, IBM. What they're going to have to say about the worldwide earnings around the globe, they're going to talk about the U.S. earnings. They're going to talk about what their expenses, operating per share, earnings per share, all of these things. There's going to be upgrades. There's going to be downgrades. It's been one of the best performers for many decades. And we always like to buy on the earnings weakness. They will report after the closing bell on the 22nd. When we gap down over here in the last earnings, this is the 2012 lows during that summertime. We came back up from these lows here. We gapped up to start 2000 calendar 13. One of the things that we are going to show is the 200-day simple moving average. The green line is tilting down. That's the technical side as far as standard technical analysis. That's at 196. Big Blue closed at 194.47, up 82 cents on the day on 4.5 million shares and $65 million people were buying into the report. And tomorrow it will trade a certain way going into the closing bell before the report comes out. One of the things is that we know that 178 over here at this bottom trend line, that's where the lows were, where we started 2012 with the gap up. This year we started with another gap up. This is last January, and this is this January, and then we sold right back and tested the major support level right here. Support level is 190 currently. And so we gap up here and we sell off. It's a little bit different than last year. Once we gapped up, we kept running all the way to make all-time highs up there. That's how it was. This calendar year is different. It gapped and it sold, and now it's come up off of the bottom. A lot of things are going on that can affect it as far as the earnings go. No matter what, they're going to give us its guidance, its upgrades, its downgrades, and we will trade it. We will buy it accordingly to what it does in after hours, like we always do. And or if they gap it up real high, we will short it intraday in after hours, and we will find out what Big Blue has to say. But we're buyers on these lower dips. That's the earnings preview coming up. Last earnings were soft. This calendar, the last 3 months, there hasn't been a lot of spending because people were froze due to the fiscal cliff in the United States. So CapEx has been down. So how well has IBM executed? And they got some new products that are out. They got that supercomputer. They got lots of great things going on with IBM. Be a dip buyer. If they report they miss, we'll be looking at the guidance. We'll be looking at the support levels. And once again, we will be a dip buyer wherever that price may come. We will trade it intraday and or buy and hold it for a few days. Just depends on what they have to say. But Big Blue earnings preview and trade management will be to trade the after hours and take advantage of the earnings volatility for entries and exits, both long and short.